If you need a portable antenna and you need something for like POTA or emergency communications, you may want to check out this HF antenna from Radioddity. It's HF008. Today we're going to explain it to you and we're going to check the whole thing out. Let's get started. Alright folks, welcome back. Now the first thing I did want to make clear here is this magnet mount base over here. That is not included in the antenna. It is the Radioddity M916 heavy magnetic antenna, heavy duty magnetic antenna. We're going to be using this today for our demo purposes. And one of the coolest things about this is it comes with these little rubber feet. So you don't have to destroy the paint on your vehicle. You just slip these over and drop them on and you're good to go. And we are going to be testing this on my Jeep. I'm going to be bringing the radio inside, of course, because it's raining out. But we are going to stick this out there and give it a test and see how we like it. So the antenna itself consists of 4 parts, okay? You have a base and you have 9 holes on it here, 9 plugs. And it's terminated in a PL259 connector. This can be used with the jumper cables, this jumper cable here, with banana plugs on it. Everything but 80 meters, you're going to be using this thing. All right, I have this currently set for 10 meters, but it will give you a manual in there. It will show you which ones to use for what. 10 meters is on the 9th hole up there, and I just kind of wrap it around. Doesn't matter, you can leave it hanging free. I just wrap it around so it doesn't get tangled up or caught. But that's as simple as that. To change bands, you're just going to move your plugs around. Now, it does come with 2 top pieces here. One long and one short. Both have an adjustable fixture to make the antenna longer or shorter. Okay, this is your base. This will go into the top of that. Okay, and then you will put either the longer or shorter antenna on this. This is around 10 meters. We haven't tested it out yet. We're going to use the Zygo G90 as a test rig because it kind of has a little internal analyzer in it, so it can show you where the antenna is resonant on all the bands. So the first thing I'm going to do is screw this thing together, put it outside of my vehicle, and give it a test. Be right back. So we're doing a quick scan from 28258 to 28400, and as you can see, I got it about 1.5, 1.6 across the band, and that was just a quick little minor adjusting. It is a little windy, so you'll see a few bumps here and there where it moves around, but it's pretty flat. That's pretty darn amazing, okay? I will show you what I have set up really quick on the hood of the car. Let me show you quick, and then we'll try a couple other bands. Now, I suspect if I'd had it on the roof, it would have been a whole lot better. And now, like if I was going to work 10 meters, okay, I would put it up on the roof because I know it's adjusted. I just kept it here kind of so I could easily get up there and move it around. But as you can see, the SWR is darn near perfect on it. Now, there's nobody on 10 meters at the moment to talk to. Just not busy this morning. So let's move on to another band and try the antenna analyzer on, let's say, 40 meters. So I found a conversation going on. Of course, it faded out. There we go. I'm going to drop it into the analyzer mode. Let's take a look. There you go. Right in that center sweet spot there, it's a 1 to 0. That's pretty darn cool. It will require some adjustment on 40 meters. I found it to be a little bit finicky on 40 meters, but it seemed to adjust pretty well for every band I wanted to go to. All right, let's try 20 meters, and we're going to wrap this thing up. All right, so a little bit of adjusting for this 20 meters here. We're going to put the analyzer on. And that drops flat right at my center frequency there, 1 to 1. So aside from playing around with it a whole lot and learning it, and messing around with the pieces and moving things around, it's really easy to use. It just requires a little patience. And the paperwork there is really just a guideline. You kind of want to try it out on your own. It's a good way to start. It's a starting point. But from there, you'll adjust it a little more. So let's finish up the video and I'll give you my final thoughts on it. So a little bit more about this antenna. You have 100 watts to mess with this. You can do a peak output of 200 watts on SSB or 100 on CW. Pretty much a pretty user-friendly setup. I'm not very experienced in these type of portable antennas. And if you notice, I have it back in the 40-meter configuration. I got a little chatter going on in the background. And I got to say, for me to set it up and test it, wasn't that difficult. The upper part did require some tweaking once in a while from the guidelines. They'd say it should be 1.4 inches. I found maybe 1.6 inches was a little bit better for what part of the band I was working. But again, it's a rough guideline. The plugs make all the difference in the world. You know where the banana plugs go in? The minute you move that from one to the other on a new band, you immediately hear the band. So that's the main adjustment on this antenna. The top is really just more of a fine adjustment. You saw I was able to get some amazing SWR on all those frequencies. So the bands on this are 80, 40, 30, 20, 17, 15, 10, 11, and 6 meters supposedly. So I'm going to have to try it with my 818 and see if I can get some 6 meter contacts on it. This is adjustable. It's an adjustable whip. It has a 2 meter Allen key for the grub screws. The materials on it are copper stainless steel, and it's a 50 ohm impedance antenna. The SWR they say you should get is between a 1.0 and a 1.5. And generally, it's very narrow banded when you adjust it, but I was able to get that. So you'll get like maybe you'll get about 100 kilohertz either way, where it's high and then it drops down to 1.0 and then it goes up to maybe 1.7 or something. You know, not horrible, but you know, you really have to adjust it to make it really good. It's simple enough to put together. The weight on it is a total of 22.9 ounces or 0.7 kilograms. So I would recommend the antenna base that you see I'm using up there, and that is the M916 heavy-duty antenna base magnet mount. I will put it on a link down below as well. Also, too, I wouldn't recommend driving with this antenna, at least not at highway speeds. Maybe locally, that's no problem. But, you know, I get a feeling you'd lose stuff and things would fall off, and because it's more of a, you know, temporarily set up type thing where you might use this for POTA activation or something like that, or maybe even emergency communications would work very, very well for that. But I wouldn't drive with it on the top of my car. Not only that, but I have to take it off every time I came in my garage. That'd be kind of annoying. So the price on it, $99. That is a very good price comparing this to other antennas that are out there on the market. And with a little bit of learning and a little bit of patience, you will be able to achieve some really nice SWR. I'd say this whole video maybe took me 15 minutes, 20 minutes to put together, and that included going out there and adjusting it and looking again, and oh, that's a little high, adjusting it again, and oh, that's way too high. You know, tweaking it back and forth a little bit, and it came out really well everywhere I tried it. So I thank you guys for watching. Links for these will be down below for the antenna and the base. You could probably use it with a smaller base, but I like that base because I feel it's going to be strong enough to hold up in wind and stuff if I have it on top of my vehicle and I'm doing some kind of communications where I don't need it moving around. So it's definitely a good, strong base. Not a bad setup all in all. I'm very pleased with it, and I thank you guys for watching today. Don't forget to check out the links for these two products here, as well as the links for our other items like our Amazon affiliate store. That store down there has everything that I test in the channel, or most everything I test in the channel. And if you don't feel like buying anything from what I use in the channel, you can also bookmark that link and use it to shop on Amazon when you go. Just use the search bar up top. Really helps out the channel. Doesn't cost a thing to do, but it really helps out the channel a whole lot. That lets us bring you more cool gear throughout the year. We have a Freeze Right Wholesalers link. That link saves you 15%. Get stocked up on food now. Don't wait till forever. Get the food ready to go now, and you will be able to save 15% on your order using that link. So definitely cool. Below that, of course, is our My Patriot Supply link. That's preparewithiridium.com. Don't forget, on that one there, if you don't see anything you like on the main page, that's my main splash page with my deals on it. You can always click on the logo above my picture. There's a little logo that's My Patriot Supply, and you'll see the rest of the products that Patriot Supply has for you to check out. And of course, our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store. I thank you guys for taking the time and hanging out with me on this rainy, wet day out here. Stay safe and stay prepared.